Thousands of fire victims suing the state of California, saying it is to blame for January's devastating Pacific Palisades fire. William Lajeunesse is in the Palisades neighborhood of Los Angeles and joins us now. William, what's the latest?
Well, John, Governor Newsom says the state is blameless here, that the lawsuit is meritless because an arsonist is to blame. However, lawyers for the victims say, wait a minute, that failures and negligence on the part of the city and the state make them financially liable for the losses that you see. So let me explain. The U.S. Attorney has already charged 29-year-old Jonathan Rinderneck with setting the Lockman fire in the hills above the Palisades. It was around midnight on New Year's Eve, and by dawn, firefighters claimed to have put that Lockman fire out. But investigators later found that wasn't accurate, that firefighters failed to extinguish the fire and that embers continued to smolder underground and reignited to cause the Palisades fire. And here is their alleged smoking gun. January 2nd, 24 hours after firefighters said the Lockman fire was fully contained, this hiker video shows the fire still smoldering, and you can see the smoke. Now, lawyers in the lawsuit say the firefighters failed to use thermal imaging or mop up the Lockman fire so it was out. They also say the state parks department, contrary to its own rules, failed to inspect where the fire began on the park or post a fire watch, despite a high wind forecast that investigators say reignited the embers a week later.
There's no evidence that a single state employee did their job, followed their own policy manual, inspected that area where the fire was, knew that these devastating winds were coming. They just didn't do their job. And we intend to hold the state of California responsible.
Governor Newsom rejects the claim, saying, quote, the state didn't start this fire. That was an arsonist. And the state wasn't responsible for responding to or monitoring the fire. But opportunistic plaintiffs' attorneys are now going after this Department of Parks and Rec.
He threw the firefighters under the bus. He took no responsibility, completely dodged the issue of his own state parks agency not doing inspection of this land.
So the lawsuit, John, as you know, may or may not go to trial because the state has a lot of immunity. But as for the rebuild, out of about 7,000 homes destroyed, 1,500 have applied for permits and about 620 have actually received them. So we see some piecemeal construction going on. Back to you.
Well, it's pretty clear from that hiker's video that the earlier fire was not out. That's for sure. William Lajeunesse for us. William, thank you.
That's for sure.
All right. Now this.